You've probably seen it before. Your pony walks up to you, slows down, and gently lowers its head onto your shoulder or chest. It stays there, quiet, heavy, still, and almost every owner reads this moment the same way. They smile. They think the pony is being affectionate, looking for attention, asking for a scratch behind the ears, maybe just being cute. It feels like a hug, so we call it a hug. But that reading is wrong. What's actually happening belongs to a completely different category, one most owners never recognize. Even after years of living beside their animal, the gesture is quiet for a reason. And the reason is not affection. Watch closely the next time it happens. The pony's breathing slows. The eyes soften. The ears fall sideways instead of pointing forward. The lower lip loosens, and the weight of the head, which is not small, settles fully onto you. Nothing about the body is tense. Nothing about it is asking. Compare that to the behaviors people usually confuse it with. A pony that wants something nudges you. It pushes with its nose. It mouths at your sleeve, circles, paws the ground, lifts its head to look directly at you. Those are requests. They have direction. They have a goal. Resting the head has neither. It does not want food. It does not want movement. It does not want a response from you at all. In fact, if you react too much, the moment usually ends, which raises a quieter question. If the pony isn't asking for something, why is it coming this close? To understand what's really happening, you have to understand what it costs a pony to do this. A horse, a pony, any member of that family survives by staying ready. As the head stays up, the eyes stay scanning, the weight stays balanced across all four legs so the body can explode into motion in a fraction of a second. That readiness is the system that has kept the species alive for millions of years. Now, look at what resting the head actually does. The head drops, which removes the high vantage point. The weight shifts onto another body, which means one leg is no longer fully loaded. A portion of the field of vision closes. The muscles that would normally launch a flight response go soft. Every one of these is a surrender of the survival system. The animal is switching off the thing that keeps it alive. That is not a decision a prey animal makes lightly, and it is not a decision it makes with just anyone. So the real question becomes this: what does a pony need to believe about a person before it's willing to power down the only defense it was born with? Most animal signals people recognize are active ones. A dog wags its tail, a cat rubs its face against a leg, a horse nickers, nudges, licks, paws. These are outward behaviors. They move toward the human. They carry a clear direction. With ponies, the deepest form of communication works the opposite way. It is not performed toward you. It is performed because you are there. That distinction matters more than it sounds. An active behavior is transactional. The pony does something, and it is usually hoping something comes back. Stillness carries no such exchange. When a pony rests its head on you, it isn't offering you a gesture. It's doing something internal, something private. And it is allowing your presence to be part of it. You are not the recipient. You are the condition. The pony has decided silently that the space you occupy is safe enough to stop performing in. That is a stranger and heavier kind of intimacy than people usually imagine, which leads to a question most owners never think to ask. If the behavior isn't directed at you, what role are you actually playing? The role is not the one you think. You are not a companion in that moment. You are an anchor. Herd animals regulate themselves through contact with other bodies they trust. In a wild herd, a pony might stand shoulder to shoulder with another, head draped across the other's back, using the second body to steady itself. That contact is not play. It is not affection in the way humans use the word. It is nervous system work. It is how the animal borrows calm from another living thing. In a domesticated setting, when the herd is small, or when the bond with a human has grown strong enough, the human takes on that function. The weight pressed against your chest is not a hug. It is a pony using the steadiness of your body to regulate its own. Think of two trees in a windbreak, leaning slightly into each other. Neither is holding the other up in a dramatic way. They are simply steadier together than apart. That is what you are in that moment, a support structure, a second tree. This is a quieter, more functional intimacy than most owners picture, and if a pony is willing to lean on you like this, it is telling you something about every interaction you have ever had with it. A pony does not rest its head on a person it met last week. This behavior does not appear out of nowhere. It is the output of accumulated experience, and the accumulation takes time. Every calm grooming session counted. Every feeding at the same hour counted. Every time you walked into the stall slowly instead of rushing. Every time your voice stayed level when something startled the animal. Every time your hand approached without grabbing. Every moment you stood near the pony and asked for nothing. None of those moments on their own looked meaningful. You weren't building anything consciously, but the pony was keeping count. Prey animals survive by reading patterns. They are constantly measuring the humans around them, collecting data on whether that person moves predictably, whether their presence brings pressure or relief, whether their hands are safe. Over weeks and months and years, that data becomes a conclusion. What you are witnessing when the head finally lowers is not a single decision made in that moment. It is the end of a long accounting. The animal has been building a file on you, and the headrest is the file's verdict. The gesture is not really about now. It is about everything you have been teaching your pony without ever realizing you were teaching anything. It helps to compare this gesture to the louder signs of connection people chase. A pony running to the gate when you arrive. A pony whinnying at your voice. A pony nosing at your pockets, following you across the field, pressing close when you carry a bucket. These feel like bonding. They feel like love. But every one of them can be explained by something other than the relationship. Food, routine. Habit, and the expectation of a reward that has arrived reliably before. The headrest cannot be explained that way. Nothing is offered in exchange. No treat follows. No game begins. The pony gets nothing from it except the experience of standing close to you. That is what makes it different. Behaviors that ask for something can always be explained by the thing they're asking for. Behaviors that ask for nothing reveal what is actually there underneath. And if this is the truest measurement, then its absence in a relationship that otherwise looks warm is worth paying attention to. So go back to the image you started with. The pony walking up to you, the head lowering, the weight settling onto your shoulder. You see it differently now. It is not cuteness. It is not begging. It is not a hug. It is a prey animal, built by millions of years of evolution to run, choosing not to. It is a body using your body to feel safe. It is the silent conclusion of a relationship you have been building without realizing you were building it. The next time it happens, and it will happen again, you will know exactly what it means. You are not being hugged. You are being trusted.